Now, first of all, a pink lady was from Greece,
Yeah,
number
Greece.
one.
Then who was no? What's her face? She was a pink lady. Stockard Channing was a pink lady.
Oh, yeah, but she wasn't in Saturday Night Fever. She was in Greece.
But wasn't... Oh, yeah, right. Okay. I stand corrected.
Saturday Night
Yes.
Fever was John Travolta, Donna Pascal,
Right.
which went to my junior high, and
Donna Pascal.
2 years.
She was everybody's good time girl, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, I know. I remember growing up, and there was a teacher I had in junior high, and all he kept talking about was what a lovely student Donna Pascal was. Oh, how we adored Donna Pascal. Who cares? Yeah, granted, she's a star and all, but who
He's a
cares
name
if you had
dropper.
her as a...
That's because he's a name dropper. That's all.
Yeah, well, I didn't like the teacher
Hey, listen.
anyway.
Let me tell you something. When my cousin, who was an English teacher at my 11 Junior High School in Brooklyn, and then he became assistant principal, and then he moved out to the island, and eventually he transferred and became a principal out in Bellport. But when he was in Brooklyn at my 11, Willie Randolph was one of his students. And if you're a Yankee fan, you know who Willie Randolph was.
Of course I do.
You know, that was one of his students. And he never was a name dropper. He never said anything, you know.
Now, what I started asking before, is anybody here a Knick or Ranger fan? Or a
Well,
Knick
I would-
fan or Net fan?
I would root for the Knicks. You know, I'm not really a Net fan. But that also goes along with, you know, if you're a Giant, Yankee, and Ranger fan, you're a Knick fan.
How
If
about
you-
the Devils?
Well, the Devils are Jersey. So,
They're Jersey. I liked the Devils when Yago was on it.
hey, listen, that guy doesn't know
But I
when
mean,
to
if the
quit.
Devils were playing the Rangers, I would definitely go for the Rangers. I mean, I'm a diehard Rangers fan.
But what's his face? Yoma Yager is like 43 years old. I wish I could play like him. Some young guys wish they could play like him.
He's that old. He's 43.
Yeah. He's the oldest player.
I didn't know how old he was.
The oldest player.
Actually, my all-time favorite. I have an all-time favorite hockey player, and yes, he was a Ranger. And I think you know who I'm about to say.
No, he walked away, so
He walked away.
he walked
Well,
away.
then I
yeah.
have to wait. How dare he walk away? What, did he have to get another cup of coffee?
Okay, all right. It's okay. Hold on. So no, it's no. We're talking about two different things. I'm sorry, Mark. Look. No, leave it there for now because I got to go in. Just put in the full amount. I'll come in and get it for you. Put in 5 more, and I'll come in when I go in there. I don't have anything with me. We're not making any sense to you. We apologize.
No, that's quite all right. I understand.
Mark and I go.
By the way, Felix,
Felix
how's
and
your
I have
wife?
this bet going every Friday.
No, we
so-
go off on these tangents a little bit. And we
It's
just go
okay.
off
It
on the
happens.
tangents.
Felix, how's your wife?
She seems to be holding her own. That's all I can say. She's getting stronger. So she'll be able to start taking her chemo.
Well, they started. Don't you tell her? They started
they
chemo.
started taking
you
chemo
know.
again today.
Mm-hmm.
And
But they're not giving her heavy chemo. They're giving her
No.
light, right?
Yeah, they're still light chemo, yeah. But she gained like 6 pounds.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
It is good.
Yes, since her lowest weight, she gained 6 pounds. And
All right. So she's holding down what she's eating. That's good.
Yeah, she actually When we went to the city today, we used a walker instead of her wheelchair.
Yeah, she was using the
Oh,
walker.
very good.
She was using the walker, and
And I was using the
Felix was
wheelchair.
in the wheelchair. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. No, but yeah, she was using the walker today, and she did pretty good. You know,
That's good. So she's
doesn't-
improving.
Oh, come on.
she's improving, yes, strength-wise and all that, but her cancer's got to start improving. You know, it doesn't seem to be affecting her right now, but the cancer numbers seem to be a little higher than they should be.
Hmm.
So hopefully they'll get knocked down
Right.
with the cancer,
No.
with the chemo. You know, it's one of those things. You know, you just can't. You don't know for sure. But she's
Mhm.
stronger. She's stronger. She's in better shape physically. Our hemoglobins, the white blood count were good. So that's all positive.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it is. And we're trying to find a doctor that would give her the chemo out in Long Island so she doesn't have
Well,
to
my
go.
my friend asked about that. He said why? He said North Shore would probably pick up her protocol. It's much closer, and it's a great hospital.
So, I don't know.
Well, that's where he was going. That's why I'm saying that. You know.
I don't know. I don't know how good it is. It's North Shore is a good hospital, but it's not that good for what my wife has, unfortunately.
But don't you have one of those like cancer centers out there?
Now, this particular cancer that my wife has, it's a pretty rare cancer. Multiple myeloma is really rare, and
Oh.
there's only like 2 or 3 hospitals in the area that even really know what they're doing with it, and where the New York Presbyterian is the top one. It's one of the top in the country, and then Brookhaven is like it's one of the better ones. Also, some of the people from New York Presbyterian went there, so they're pretty good. But like Sloan Kettering is not too good at this cancer. Very few hospitals are good at it. And again, we're not really looking for to replace the doctor. We're just looking for somebody to do the chemo. And he
Right.
said not every infusion center will be able to do it because it's a very very specialized, and it's a hard infusion to do. I don't know why. I don't understand. So he said you'd have to talk to the doctor and discuss it with him, feel that comfortable that he can do it.
Right.
So there's one doctor that could do it now, but as long as she's in a what do you call it? In a rehab, she can't go to him. When you're in
Oh,
rehab,
because I see why.
when
She's
you're in rehab,
she
you
only
can
has to go to
only hospitals,
right.
which I don't understand, but that's what they say. Now I don't know if now if you're on Medicaid, I don't know if that also happens. I'm not sure, but I know on Medicare you could only go to the hospital. We're trying to right now do something close because the place is in Woodbury, where if I can't make it, they could take him there. They could take her there.
Mhm.
Well, if I can't make it now, it's $400 for a ambulance to take her. That's
$400
Yep,
out of pocket.
out of pocket.
When is she going to get?
That is
Medicaid?
ridiculous. It costs too much to be sick. I tell
Why is
you,
it
these
taking
days
so
it
long
just
for
costs
Medicaid?
too much to be sick.
I don't know. Well, even if she gets approved for Medicaid, I still don't know what rules apply. Medicaid, I still gotta. They came back. I need to bring papers for her in different forms.
But Medicaid would pay for the ambulette. Wouldn't cost you a penny.
No, they only pay for a certain amount of miles, not to Manhattan.
That's not true, and I'll tell you why. My dad was in a nursing home up in Middletown, and when he had his surgery in the city at St. Vincent's. Afterwards, he was he was brought back by ambulette upstate. Didn't cost a penny. So I think you're wrong there.
That was one. That was one trip, bringing him back to the nursing home.
Yeah.
Not going back and forth every week for.
Well, I don't know what it would have been, but I know that if we couldn't take him to dialysis, an ambulette would have taken him to dialysis and then picked him up. They did.
Yeah. But I don't think it wasn't 100 miles, 50 miles or anything. 60 miles, I don't think.
Actually,
For dialysis?
from Manhattan, no, from Manhattan to St. Vincent's was over 50 miles.
No, I'm talking about for the dialysis.
No, that was
local.
like 15 miles maybe.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Anyway.
Not even.
Boy, are we going off topic.
Well, I think we've just about said whatever there is to say.
Yeah, especially if Chad is not here.
Yeah, well, I'm surprised. I guess that's why he never called us.
He's probably giving up on us. Anyway.
Why? What happened?
No,
That he's giving up on you guys.
No, he's trying to save our immortal soul. It's okay. And I don't mean that.
So
I don't mean that. I don't
is he
mean that
like
poking
mad
fun.
because? Is he mad because you guys don't believe in what he believes in?
No, he, in fact, his exact words were, "I love you guys to death, and I really hate to see, you not saved." Basically, is what he was saying.
But anyway, I think it's time for us to get going. It's been an hour and a half.
Call it a night.
Call it a night.
Let's bask in this Ranger victory here.
Did you see that last goal?
Yes, I did. I didn't see
Incredible. They're back.
Well, so far they're back, and what the good thing is that the defense is holding Tampa Bay. You'll pardon the pun.
They're holding Tampa at bay.
That's exactly what I was just going to say. They're holding Tampa Bay at bay. So pardon the pun. But they seem to have, in this game at least, they seem to have their number. But the Rangers do not have luck when it comes to overtime games. When it goes into sudden death, when it comes to sudden death overtime, it's very rare that you see a Ranger victory. And it's usually a fluke goal,
Right.
Anyway.
Lundqvist will get a pad or something on it, and it'll trickle in. But let's keep our fingers crossed and hope that Sunday's game is a good game, and they come away with a victory.
It's going to be an incredible game.
So that they could come back to Tampa Bay and win, and go on to face Anaheim.
They go back to Tampa Bay?
Well, yeah. The next game is at the Garden. Then they come back to Tampa Bay, and the last game, if it went to a Game 7, it would be at the Garden.
Oh, okay.
But the Rangers have a habit of going to 7 games in every playoff. So, there's no rest for them. And if they're going to face Anaheim, Anaheim was the number 2 team just behind the Rangers. They were the number 1 team in the West. But the Rangers won the President's Trophy because they had the most points and the best record. Okay.
Right.
But Anaheim is going to be a tough team for the Rangers. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised. I hate to say this, but, the way the Rangers have played fairly erratic, Anaheim might just be the favored team to win the Stanley Cup. I hope not, but...
I hope not either. We've come so far. Every year we come so close. This has got to be it. I told Samantha, I said, Samantha, the Rangers win. If they win the Stanley Cup and you're still in school, you are not going to school that day because I am taking you to your first parade.
Yeah, well, it's last year. Last year, you remember, they were the eighth seed. They were the bottom seed. They had a tough season.